Hi there. In this video, we are going to look at numeric object types in Python. Python's built-in numeric object types include integers, floats, and complex numbers. And numbers in Python support the normal mathematical operations. In this video, you will have some code examples for integers and floats. Let's begin with the integers. Let's now head over to Python shell and let's allocate the integer of 9 to variable x. Let's print the value of x and you have 9. Now let's look at the object type of variable x. To do that, you need to print type x and it says class int, meaning that x as an integer. And let's double check if variable x is an integer. To do that, what we need to do is print is instance x int. And since it returns true, this means that x object is an integer type. Let's check some mathematical operations on the integers, and let's check with adding 55 to 20, and you have 75 in return. Now let's subtract 40 from 8, and what you have is 32. And let's continuing on the multiplication operator, and we will print 3 multiplied by 8, and you have 24. Now lastly, we could also divide some integers to others, something like dividing 21 by 7, and we have 3. And in Python, in order to get the exponents of an value, we need to use two multiplication symbols, such as this. Let's look at 5th power of 2, and you have 32. And let's look at 6th power of 10. Here you are, the result. Now let's further elaborate on how to use parentheses to secure order of operations. Let's start with 2 plus 5 multiplied by 5. Now you have 27. But if we use the parentheses, I have made a mistake, and I think yeah, so you have 35. So what's the difference? So in the first place, we did not use the parentheses and applied this 2 plus 5 multiplied by 5, and we have had 27. Why this was the case? This is because it first multiplied 5 by 5, and it has done this operation in the first instance. Then once you have 25, 2 is added 25 and you end up with 27. But when you use parentheses, first it has, Python has done the first operation inside this parentheses, 2 plus 5, and you have had 7, and 7 then multiplied by 5, and you have ended up with 35. Now let's move on the floats. So let's check what is the result when we add 0.2 by 0.3. So you have 0.5. And let's look at 5 multiplied by 0.1. What you have? Again, 0.5. And let's finally look at printing 10 divided by 3, and what you have? The integer. What you have? The float of 3.3. The final subject I would like to talk on is importing some modules. The module is math module, and thanks to that math module we could use further features of Python. Let's start with importing a math module, and once you have imported the math module, you can use its methods. So let's look at let's print math.py, and as you can see, it has returned the pi number 3.14. Another method defined in math module is square root. To do that, let's look at the square root of 64. So you have your math module and pi method, and let's look at 64. And I have made a mistake, sorry for that. Oh, I should type sqrt for square root 64, and what you have is 8. And lastly, I would like to talk about the random module in Python, and this one is handy when you would like to create some random numbers. Let's first import random module, and then let's print a random number. We are going to use a method built in random package. This is random plus random. So the first random is being the module, and the second random is being the random method. So you have 1.11. Let's run the same code again, and this time you have 0.66, and do the same thing again, you have 0.81. So it randomly creates a number and returns it. Lastly, we have another method called choice built in a random module, and this returns a number from let's say from a list. So let's create a list 3, 56, 8 and 90. I think I forgot the last parenthesis, so it has chosen 90. And let's run the same code again, and this time it has chosen 56. And lastly, another go, it has chosen 90. So in this video, I have given a few examples for the Python built-in object type numbers. Hopefully you have get benefited from it, and hope to see you in another video. And you could also check my internet site, and you can this is www.cenk-yildiran.com, and you can also download the codes for this video. I will see you in another video. Bye.